Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and you're probably wondering what in the world this is. This is a giant stack of 500 sheets of paper. This is the best paper I think I've ever found. I'm like so excited, I'm completely geeking out. It's kids drawing paper, and I've seen the gray like newsprint color, but this is a manila kids drawing paper, so it has that same really soft texture, not glossy at all. And I got this on Amazon, and it's like 500 sheets like this for like $12, so really cheap for that much paper. And the coolest part about it is that it feels just like old book page, like you know when you get the really old books with that really soft vanilla-y color paper that is always at the end, and there's like maybe 2 sheets in a whole old book that don't have any print on them. Well, that's exactly what this is like. And so I was really excited when I found it. I saw it actually in one of my kindergarten, one of the teachers had this paper that she was using in kindergarten for the kids to draw on, and I've just never seen it. We usually always have the gray color that looks like newspaper kind of with no print. And so I looked into it more and found out that you can get this, and it's basically the color of manila envelopes. It might be even a little bit creamier or like a little bit darker. I'll get a manila envelope. Or file folder, not envelope. The envelopes are more orange, but see this, so it's a little bit darker, and it's probably really hard to tell on screen, but I kid you not, it feels just like those book pages, those really old ones that I covet. I don't know if everybody else does. I do, because I love the color of them and I love the texture of them. So this is as close as I've ever found in like a new paper, and it's not glossy at all like copy paper is glossy, and it measures 9 inches this way by 12 inches this way, so it's bigger than an 8.5 by 11 size sheet of paper, so you can do quite a bit with it. And I printed Medieval Mirage on it, and look how cool. It's so cool. It just looks so neat. I love it. And somewhere I have that same style, not the exact same one, but printed on white. So I wanted you to see the difference. Like there's one on white, that's white. I printed out a bunch because I'm going to be working on a journal. It's the boho journal that I've been talking about. And oh, here. So this is one of those same pages. I mean, it's not the exact same picture or anything, but you can definitely tell the difference, I think, by looking at the two of them together. You can see like how vivid and bright, which obviously is gorgeous all the same, but I just kind of like this, the way it mutes it down just a little bit. Plus, I mean, on the back, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to ink it. You don't have to do anything. It's just that really soft kind of manila. I mean, you could ink it. It looks really cool inked. But anyway, you can kind of see a little bit better with the postcards. And I did do one. Actually, this is a good one. I made this postcard last night. That's the manila. I glued it on the back of one of these that I had printed white. So you can see this is printed white, and this is the larger version printed on that paper. So it's kind of like doing it on coffee dyed paper, but you don't have all the wrinkles and all that. And my printer took it just fine. I had to cut it down to 8.5 by 11, you know, so it fits in my tray right and all that, but it took it just fine. I mean, no problem whatsoever. And I'm sure I could have put the full-size sheets in there, but this particular one prints out this size, so it was kind of pointless to have that extra paper on there anyway. So I've made that, and then I'm waiting for fabric, and so I, you know, don't want to stitch it yet on my sewing machine because I might add some things, and so these are kind of just sort of generic for now because they're not really done. But here's another one. This one I did a little belly band because Medieval Mirage, a lot of her kits come with these little like belly bands, and I thought it was kind of fun to go on the back of a journal card and then just to do, see, but this is that same paper inked up. And to me it looks just like those, and it feels just like the old book page. It's really cool. So I'll leave a link in my description below so that you can see, you know, where to get it on Amazon and all that. I did this one. So yeah, that's Medieval Mirage. And then I'm using a lot of Gail's trims, her newest trims on there. And a little fringe. So I thought I would keep playing with that today, and I don't have anything super exciting planned, but I have another piece of junk mail that you can see. I cut it down because I'm going to use this as the cover for it. Junk mail makes a great, and this piece is kind of light, and so once it's all glued with other paper, I think it'll be a nice weight for, you know, kind of like, you could either sew it into the journal or you know, put it in a pocket if you had a big enough pocket. I think this one would be great to put signature, you know, like signature in between and have that as one of the flips in it. Or you could even, because I'm keeping it the size of this, you could even, sorry, this got really close to the edge when I printed it because my printer was trying to grab two sheets at the same time. You could even add papers to the middle and have like a little journal or something, or like some, you know, like a little journal to give to somebody, a little notebook. That'd be a nice gift. I just realized I think this one is narrower. Maybe it's not. It's probably my imagination since I ripped off that little teeny edge over there. Yeah, I hope you're all having a good day. I was just super excited about this paper. I love it. Love it. Because I've seen, like I said, I've seen, always my whole life, seen the gray, but I've never seen this kind of manila color before. And to me, it feels, at least the old books that I've found that have that really soft, old, like 1800s books is what I'm thinking of. They just tend to have that really soft paper. So this is kind of what I was going for, just to cover that whole little book, and I can ink it, so that's not a big deal. And then we can do something else on the inside. But isn't that cool? It just feels so good. It's a great texture on that paper. So I was excited. And I'll wait to ink it until I get it on there, because it'll need to get some ink. I'm just going to use my glue stick because I probably will stitch around it. So it'll end up being there more permanently. We got homecoming tonight, so get to go see the kids do their whole show. It'll be probably kind of crazy because the first time they do it, it's always a little, needs a little work, but that's par for the course because they're really just starting. Even though I've been talking about band camp and all that for a while, it really takes a long time to get a show together. And they've done props and all kinds of stuff this year, so it should be good. I'm excited to see how they did, or are doing, I guess. I probably should have just glued one side and then the other. I'm just going to wing-a-ding it and see if we can, if it comes out right or wrong. Okay, I think I did okay. And because I ripped it, it of course is not going to meet completely up there because, you know, it was ripped. So I think I might go ahead and glue a sheet of that on the inside. And I won't have to worry about trying to match it up because I'll just do this and then tear it. I might have to do a little more. Trying to think how I want to do this. If I want to tear it, I'm going to have to do it now. So maybe I will go ahead and tear it. Sorry, it was one of those mind things. So yeah, because I want the torn edge the same way. I don't want to waste tons of paper. I'm kind of gonna do this, and then I'll tear it afterwards. So yeah, they've been dressing up at school all week. Crazy, crazy kids. The stuff they come up with is so funny. Spirit Day was the big one. My daughter got like a gold colored jacket and beads, and I mean, it's crazy this morning. My son doesn't get as into it. I think he will later. Or it might be more of a girl thing. But yeah, I love this. It's just, I cannot get over how close it feels to me to that old book page. Like even sometimes when I'm folding it, I'm worried it's going to crack, and it's like, it's really not going to because it's brand new. But it's that, it just has that feel to it. So I was excited because I'm always looking for something, especially for the back of pages and things. You can see a little bit through it, so I'll have to work on maybe putting another little layer over that. I love these. This is Illuminated Flora, and I got volume 1 and 3, and I'm not sure which one's in which because I just like printed a bunch out yesterday and I didn't really pay that much attention, but I'll link Medieval Mirage below. I mean, any of them are beautiful, so if you get them, if you go over there and look, they're all just really pretty. And the fabric I'm getting from Boho Bliss, and she is formerly textiles or from India. And she's still getting all her textiles from India directly. And so it's a great opportunity for the women in India who make and sell saris. And so that's the journal I'm going to do. And so I've just been kind of working on some ephemera that I can add bits and bobs to that, you know, once I get the fabric. I just wanted to play with these papers because they're so pretty. You know, I keep doing my junk mail thing, but a lot of this just works. It's just a really great weight for using as a foundation, you know. I might as well use it up somehow. I get gobs of it daily, it seems like. And it kind of inks like the manila folders, or yeah, folders do. It just has that. I love that, the way that looks, inked. So I think that was a great find. I'm excited. Like, it really doesn't even need anything. It's like, ta-da, I'm done. That's it. That's all there is today. Move on. I thought, oh, this has that printed on it. I thought it would be fun to put a little envelope. This I got in Happy Mail. But it has a card that goes in it, so I don't want to do that. You know what? I think I'll just make an envelope out of that paper. That would work. This piece I folded a little, I don't know. Okay, I need glasses because I can't read that thing. Alright, so let's do, oops, sorry, I just moved the whole thing again. Have to do it at least once. Quarter by 8, quarter. Yeah, this is great paper. And 500 sheets, I was like, I could sell some on my Etsy, you know, just so I don't have that huge package, and then people can buy, you know, a smaller amount instead of 500 sheets. But now I'm thinking, I don't know. I don't know if I want to let it go because it's really cool. Not like I can't get more, but 3 3/8. So I'm just using, if you haven't seen one of these, this is a Stampin' Up! Envelope punch board. And I think, who else? Somebody else makes these. Can't remember what they're called. Making Memories, Memory Makers, what is it called? I think it's the same place I got these. We are memory keepers or something. I don't know. Anyway. You guys probably know. If you do, go ahead and put it down below. But there's another place that you can get those. And anyway, they're great because you can make envelopes, you can make bows. I mean, there's quite a few different things. You can make like little faux manila folders, all kinds of things. So they're just neat to have. And you can do whatever size envelope that you want, so that's the best part about it. I don't know what I did something weird. We are memory keepers, that's what it is. I don't know why that one was weird. Huh. Oh, I forgot to punch it, that's why. I'm like, you guys yelling at me yet? Gosh, if I get any dingier, I don't know. I haven't made one for a while, could you tell? That was bad. I was like, what's different about it? You're doing it wrong. Is that going to be... Oh, no, that'll work. And then I want to round these corners too. I didn't want to cut all the way. And then just like that, you've got an envelope, which is pretty cool. And I just did this like a 4x6 card type size. And I know I'm not folding these right, but I'm just getting them folded. This folds pretty easy, luckily. It's a fairly thin paper, so like you can't do anything, you know, you wouldn't want to do it by itself entirely for a lot of things. Like a tag, obviously you wouldn't want to make it out of just this paper. But if you either glue some layers together or add it to, you know, like junk mail, that kind of thing, then it works really well. But it's great for layering when you're wanting to cover up things like junk mail and that. It's nice to have that ability to do that. So yeah. Oh, you know what? I just realized though. Well, we'll put it on this side. I can't glue it on the outside now because I already put the decorative piece of paper there. But we can go like this, and we can put a different piece of decorative paper here. So that'll work. Let me see. I have to figure out which one I want to use. Probably should use another one that has like the lines or something. Something like this would work. The butterflies. And I think I'm just going to, I don't want to keep these together because I want them apart. Let's try to get it straight. Yeah, it says right here, illuminated flora. Oh, but it doesn't say which volume. It's either 1 or 3. I know that much. And even though it's kind of medieval, it's still, to me, a lot of the images and pieces in it have a little bit of that boho feel, in my opinion. I could be wrong because I am no expert on the boho thing. But I think that that'll work together for the kind of journal that I'm making. Yeah, that'll be pretty in there. And then this can just go under here. So I guess I didn't really need to do this, but I think I might leave that one more plain and just do something around the edge or something, like a piece of Gail's stuff. So what we need to do now is figure out what we want on this envelope. And it would be kind of nice to do... Sorry, I'm not a little more organized. I just got excited and wanted to play with this. Oh, this is another really cool one. Oh, maybe do I want this one inside? I forgot about this one. Which one goes better? I think this one goes better, actually. So it's fine because I can print them again and I can do lots of things, so I'm not that worried about it. Something for the envelope. That's kind of cool. I printed these on a little bit heavier weight paper, the ephemera. But see, it just has lots of neat tags, and ooh, this one would be cool on the envelope. That one's really pretty. I know that's not necessarily boho, but I just stuck Gail's trims in there because I was using them to go with that. But I think I want to use this one on the inside instead of that other one. Let's see what we got. So if the envelope is going to go like this, then it probably would make sense to do the up and down thing. It goes this way, I think. More so than that way. Although this is really super cool. But I want it going that way. So that's what we're going to do. And then I got some plain... Well, not plain, nothing's plain about any of this, but pieces that I could tear more, like these kind of things. Let's see what goes better with that. I don't know that any of those do. This one would go really well. I think I got this from my Eclectic Essentials. I think that's going to be too busy, and that matches too much. Okay, let's see. I'm wondering if one of those would go better. I really like that though. I think that's better. I still feel like it needs another layer under here. Like, keep that piece. It says Christmas at the top. That'll be here in no time. Okay. I might use a piece of music paper or something too, or a piece of fabric or something. So. And I probably won't finish this entirely today, but we'll get as far as we can get. Let's do this first. So I quit tearing down the whole sheet of paper. There's so many different things in her papers. It's just really cool to look at because there's different scripts and there's like little roses back there and like, I don't know, it's just loads of layers. So yeah, this is the journal I'm going to be working on, and like I said, I'll put down below the Medieval Mirage, and then as soon as I get the fabric, I know that Maggie was going to be making up like 3 other kits besides mine, so that, I thought I had that the right size, but so if you guys are interested in like following along with me, or you know, after you see the end product or whatever, if you wanted those same fabrics, you can get them from her. She'll have them in her shop all ready to go. So as soon as I get that kit, I'll show you guys what I'm going to have to work with, and then if you decide that you want to do that, she'll have them, you know, 3 kits all ready to go. Thought that was pretty awesome of her. So that'll be fun. Alright, so somewhere about like that. Just glue that down. I mean, you really can't go wrong when you're using these because they're all really pretty, so yeah, it's really like you don't need to do much for sure. And I may just leave the other parts of it in their natural state because it is really just pretty that with that manila colored paper. Oops, again, sorry. Just totally shake your world up. Try to make you seasick. And I know this is crooked, but I'm not worried about it because I kind of like that when it doesn't look like, you know, so perfectly centered kind of thing. But if you, you know, like it more like that, then obviously do that. But I kind of like that look of the angles and haphazardness. I like some of the maybe I want music paper. I don't like what's on the paper. I mean, it's nothing bad, it's just where my music paper went. Hold on just a second. What's this? Something a little more interesting. There's that cool, really old paper. Hilarity. Contentment. A little song. Not that you're even going to see most of it, but I just need a little, so I don't need all of it. I don't like this. Oh, what am I doing? This way, right? Not this way. It's really hard to tell top from the bottom on there, and the writing is not helping me. I think this way. I need... I think I'm going to end up ripping it different than that. It was a little bit too little of a song. Yeah, no. Okay, I like that. Alright, let me get that inked. Sorry, I got real quiet, I was thinking. It's taking lots of my brain power there. I kind of want this not so perfect. My son, are you bringing my pants? It's like, yes, I will bring them when I'm done. He forgot to take the pant things that he wears under his marching uniform, the crazy bib thing that they wear. They wear almost like leggings sort of things, like athletes, you know, sports kids wear. It's sort of the same idea. Because who likes polyester? Well, and plus their band director's always just like, get in here, get those uniforms off, hang them up, you know. He doesn't care if they're all standing around their underwear, so. I'll never forget the first year. I went with my daughter to Washington for one of the competitions, and it was her first year, and I didn't know anything about marching band because we didn't have that. I grew up in too small of a town, and so it just wasn't a thing where I was at. And their band director, after the competition, was like, everybody get those uniforms off, get on the bus, get them off, and get them hung up in the truck. And then we're heading back to, you know, where they were staying. And a lot of the kids, luckily my daughter had put leggings on because she just felt more comfortable with that uniform on with leggings. But a lot of the kids were like, but we only have underwear on. So other kids were donating stuff to put on, and it was comical. So a big lesson learned for all kids who hadn't done it before was make sure you always have something under your uniform. And so my son learned from that, you know, hearing the stories and everything from my daughter and all her friends, that you definitely wear something under your uniform. Because he just wants to make sure that all those uniforms get hung up and they're, you know, not getting walked on and pieces lost, and, you know, it's just, it's crazy on those buses with all those kids. So, yeah. He was ready to go, so. Okay, and like I said, I'm probably going to be adding things to these because I will have that fabric, but I just trying to kind of give you guys an idea of what I've got going on here. And I will do more inking, but for now let's get this glued down so you don't have to watch me do that. And I've got a giant piece of string from my fabric over here, and this needs to go. I swear that looks upside down, but I know it's not because I can tell by the words. What am I doing? This side needs glue. Or no. Sorry, I'm having a mind meld. Oh yeah, that's right. I've got too many, thinking about too many things. So we're just going to try to line this up as best we can. And I may leave it opened. I haven't decided yet because I think it's kind of a cool place to write. This paper is just, it's just really cool, so I know that's not totally even, but it'll work. Just go like that. This is not wanting to fold super happily yet. We'll convince it it wants to do it. Alright, so let's see, what can we put on front? I don't know. I don't think I have a lot of my stuff up here. Let me see. I don't have a lot of my stuff up here. Been working on stuff downstairs, and like I said, I just got carried away. These are cool, but that's not going to work. So I guess I'll stop there for today, but you know, you get the idea. I'll do a little more decorating, and I'll show it once it's all finished. But isn't that paper just cool? So yeah, I will definitely link that below. And like I said, I got it on Amazon. And so yeah, super cool. And I will be stitching around there and adding some fabric. I don't know what I even want to put on here yet. It's part of my problem. And I'm going to probably add a word or something as well. So anyway, I just thought I would come on because I wanted you guys to see this paper. So I will chat with you again soon. I hope you have an awesome day. If you like my videos, please like and subscribe. Bye-bye now.